everyone, welcome to Kelly's Creative Dream Studios, and we will not discuss how many times I have attempted to record this video this morning, but we're here. If you have been to my channel before, thanks for coming back. If you're new to my channel, I hope you'll like, subscribe, and click the notifications bell so that you'll know when new content goes up. I do a little bit of everything on this channel as long as it falls under the creative vein. So today I am covering my planner peeps and my mixed media journal people, and we are talking about how to make these adorable little heart-shaped paper clips that you can use on your pages, whether they're in your planner or in your journal. We always want to do something different with our paper clips. So today we're making the hearts. Now this video was requested by someone who said she had seen a couple of videos on YouTube and they were confusing. I found two really good ones. One was confusing actually because she kept saying left, but she was talking about the right, and I think that's part of what was confusing everybody. The other one is really good. Her name is, her channel is Paper World. Has a really good video if you want to go back and check hers out. But we are going to play with the regular size, standard size paper clip today and the large one. Now, you will see a larger one on here. This was made with one of these great big paper clips. And I was working on the video and I'd gone through everything and I was going to show you how to do this big one, but I got to tell you, this red paper clip was 3 times harder in material than this white one. This white one bent just as easy as could be. I couldn't even get this one to bend into shape using pliers. So we're not working with the great big ones. If you want to get them with it and play with them trial and error, you may find, like I did, that some have a little slightly softer metal to work with. What's really odd is the red one and the white one were in the same package, so go figure. Maybe it has something to do with the coating, I don't know. So we're not going to do the big one, but once you get the process down, you can do these in any size that you want. Just be note that some of the wires may be a little harder to bend and manipulate than others, okay? So we're going to start with this size here, because it's traditionally, it's going to be easier for you to see, okay? Now I'm going to give you directional tips here. We're going to count this little loop in the center as loop number 1. The one on the left will be loop number 2, and the one on your right will be loop number 3. And then you have this tail here on the outside. You want to make sure that your tail is pointing to your left. See this little arrow? He's going that way, okay? Now there are 2 things to remember. Number 1, your tail needs to come forward, and loop number 1 needs to come forward when you're bending. So what I do is I have my fingers on, my pointer finger and my thumb on loops 2 and 3. My middle finger is going to help manipulate loop number 1 in the beginning, and I'm going to bend the tail forward. And all you're going to do is bend that tail forward and make sure loop number 1, see how it comes out here on the front, comes on top? Make sure it comes forward on top. And it's that simple. Just bend your paper clip up, manipulate it till you get it the way you want it. Now your tail and loop number 1 become the back of your paper clip. You're going to turn them over, and that goes on your paper. I'm sorry, I keep getting out of frame. We're going to do that again. Let me find another big one here. I have a whole pan here, and of course I have one big one left. Okay, so make sure your tail is pointing to the left. Loop number 1 is right here, loop number 2, and loop number 3, okay? You're going to manipulate the tail to come forward, and when you do, make sure that loop number 1 is also coming forward. Just like that. Okay? And just bend it up into your heart shape. When you get it to the basic shape, you can pinch these to however you want, form your center, flip it over, and slip it on to your page, just like that. Have we got it? Okay, let's try it with a tiny one. The process is the same. You have your tail, your open end of your tail pointing to the left. You have loop number 1, loop number 2, and loop number 3. Now I called this loop number 1 because it's the one you need to pay attention to as to what direction it's going, okay? And so you're going to just bend your 2 and 3 to go up so that your tail comes forward and loop number 1 comes forward. Boy, I tell you, some of these are harder than others. If you find one you're fighting with, just get another paper clip. Just don't drive yourself crazy. Now see, this one's a little stiffer and it's not wanting to bend, so I'm just going to encourage it a little bit by squeezing 2 and 3 together. That was a tiny paper clip. That was a tiny paper clip. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Okay, let's eliminate some hearts off of my paper here, because I've got them going everywhere. Let's get us some room here. Okay, let's try that one more time with a little one. You don't have as much real estate to work with, so you need to be watchful of that. There's your tail. There's loop number 1 on the inside. Loop 2 and 3 are on your ends. Bend it forward. And that's all there is to it. That's all there is to making these adorable little heart paper clips. Okay? Have we got that? I hope so. I don't have another big paper clip here, or I do another big one, but I don't have another one handy anywhere. Well, I do. Let me take this off of here. I have these on a metal one. Okay, let's do this metal one, and I don't know how well that's going to show, but there's your tail. Loop number 1, loop number 2, and loop number 3. Bend so that the tail starts to come down, and that loop number 1 comes forward, and you can, oops, if you can keep a hold of it, you can manipulate the top loops on your heart so that they get a little bit more of a pinch than you want them to. That one had a really wide loop, probably because I had it spread out on something else. Turn it over, and onto your paper it goes, just like that. Okay? So that is a heart paper clip tutorial. I hope it helped. I think whenever you're making something, I'm not going to do that, that'll make way too much noise. When you're making something, if you find a way to give everything and give yourself some direction. Let me get my heart paper clips over here. And so that you know what you're doing, so you've got a direction to follow. You know, everything has a step to it. Step 1, step 2, step 3. So finding your tail is going to be your tail. Then your loops inside is number 1, 2, and 3, and make sure that 1 and 2 play nice together and come forward. And that's all it takes to make that heart. Okay? I hope this helped. I'm not sure what I'm doing for next Friday's tutorial. If there is something you would like me to show, leave me a message in the comments below. I do have a running list of things to show, but if there's something, immediate you would like to see, let me know, and I will do my best to get it up for you. I will be back here tomorrow for the first Shop Saturday of 2022, where I will be showing you what is going into the shop next week. I'm talking winter blues and Valentine colors as well. So make sure you come back by tomorrow and see what's going into the shop. And I will see you back here tomorrow. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and creative blessings.